Hey Canucks fans, it sounds like superstar center Elias Pettersson is ready to give back to the Vancouver community in a big way. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clay Emo on Instagram, I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Friday, April the 24th. Thanks to everyone who joined me last night for my YouTube live stream. Jacob came down at the start, kicked things off, and we went from there. We went for a full hour. Usually I try to make these midweek ones 30, 35, 40 minutes, but we went for a full hour because we were talking about a lot of good stuff. Canucks, draft, playoffs, neutral site games, bad hair, COVID, of course, and it was, most importantly, it's a great chance to check in with each other once again. So thanks again. It's weird. It's taken a long time to upload, to process, but that live stream should be available on my channel soon if you want to check it out. Today I want to talk about Elias Pettersson. We know that we love him. He's one of the most popular players on our team, if not the most popular. We know he's going to be a cornerstone for our franchise for many years to come, and that's on the ice as a leader, all those great things. But he's already saying the right things and already thinking the right way when it comes to off-ice contributions. And it was an interview that was on SVT. It's a Swedish TV station. And he did an interview and they did a quick write-up about it. And he basically talked about his desire to give back to the community already. He's only been here for 2 years. And I can actually quickly read the whole thing because it's so quick. And because I don't edit these videos, I can't do an overlay or anything. But he basically says this. He says, it's not just in the arena that this, remind you, I put this through Google Translate, so it's not gonna be perfect. But he basically says, in Vancouver, Elias Pettersson is one of the big Swedish stars after the Sedins brothers ended their career. But it's not just in the arena that the Swede wants to contribute in the city. In SVT's Hockey Night special, he talks about his initiated charity project. And it says, Pettersson says, in the future, I want to create a fund or in some way raise money for children's hospitals, says Pettersson. Okay, so actually, now that I think about it, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I'll just highlight a few things. He talks about his desire to raise money for children's hospitals, and he basically says this, quote, in the future, I want to create a fund or in some way raise money for children's hospitals. I think it's a pain when kids don't feel as good as someone else did when they were growing up, so it's something I want to help with in the future. Now that's very impressive already. As a 21-year-old, I don't know about you, but I don't think I was that mature when I was 21. Granted, I wasn't making $1 million a year and set to make about $10 or $12 million a year. But at the same time, I don't think I had this worldview. I don't think I had this unselfish view to think about people more than myself and what I was going to do for my career. So the fact that he says, he wants to create a fund or in some way raise money for children's hospitals, it's a pain when kids don't feel as good as someone else did when they're growing up. So it's something I want to help with in the future. So he's showing his maturity, he's showing his integrity, he's showing his empathy, and he's basically an acknowledgement that an awareness that he, because of his status, especially in Vancouver, he will be able to have a lasting impact on everyone he meets, leave a legacy in the city that's going to make him a superstar and that's going to love him for many years to come. He also says this, it probably comes from my parents and how to be. When I see a person who walks on crutches or has it tough, I found it to be a pain. So now that I have a platform, I think I can try to raise as much money as possible. Those are beautiful words as well. The fact that, again, that speaking to that awareness, and platform is a really good word. You think of it literally as someone standing up and being able to be visible and get his message out. But figuratively, and more importantly, the platform that Pettersson has is this entire city, this entire province. Hockey players that are going to be looking up to him, young kids, teenagers that are going to look up to him, adults that want their kids to grow up like him, whatever it may be, and of course, most importantly, hockey fans overall throughout this entire province. So again, recognizing that he has a platform shows great awareness by him. And then really, the other quote he talks about is, it says here, the Swede is not the only blue-yellow hockey player involved in charity in Vancouver. In the past, the twin brothers Daniel and Henrik Sedin have made great efforts. And then here's the quote. These are two awesome hockey players and two even more awesome people off the ice. You always hear about new things that they've done for different hospitals or things in society, and that is something that I want to notice. So again, it speaks to Pettersson's awareness that he knew, even though he didn't get to play with them, he knew that how important the Sedins are to this city. And I'm sure he felt that when it was the Sedins retirement week back in February. And just growing up in Sweden, of course, I'm sure the twins were among many players that Pettersson looked up to. Yeah, it's really a shame actually that they didn't get to play with each other, but that's okay. I don't think the Sedins would have kept up. Mentally, they would have kept up with Pettersson for sure, but I don't know if physically they're there anymore. Regardless, it's really nice to hear Pettersson pay tribute to the Sedins, recognize their accomplishments. And one of them is one I talked about last week, that $1.5 million donation to BC Children's Hospital within a week of signing their new contracts back in, I think it was 2009 or whatever it was. And that was a really, really, 2009. And I think that was a really, really nice, obviously a great gesture, and one that didn't get a lot of play, or at least they didn't desire to get a lot of play. But of course, as people jumped on the story, they realized just how remarkable and how generous of a donation that was. So takeaways here. Pettersson is intelligent. He's aware. He's aware of his platform. He's aware of the players that have played before him. And he takes his responsibility seriously already. It doesn't sound like he's just going to sock his millions away and just kind of do it whatever he wants with them. Although we wouldn't blame him if he did. Many players do that, and that's fine. But it sounds like, continue on with the strong Canucks connections in the community. He wants to be like the Daniels and the Henriks of the world and really do stuff, and not just for anyone, but do stuff for underprivileged kids, those that may not have it easy, those that aren't, will not benefit, might not get to go to games, or reap some of the rewards or blessings in life otherwise. So just really spoke to his character, his integrity, and his awareness. I think and his empathy. All those things I think was really cool. Also, a couple other small tidbits. He basically talked about the fact that in his second season, first season 66 points in 71 games. We know this year he had 66 points in 68 or 69 games, whatever it was. And basically, one other quote it says here is cool. It has always been with me throughout my career, i.e., his size. Would he be able to handle it? It says that I was too small, that I didn't have the muscles, and so on. I still hear it today, so it's fun to quiet them down. That's pretty awesome. And this is what we love about Pettersson, his competitive nature, the fact that he knows people are talking about his size. He knows that people are talking about his durability, his endurance, and just whether or not he's going to be able to stand up, stick up, and weather through the tough physical play of the NHL on a nightly basis. And I love what he says, I still hear it today, so it's fun to quiet them down. And we know that the biggest mic drop is when Pettersson unleashes that one-timer on the power play, or does a sick deke and breakaway goal, whatever it is, or a reverse hit in the corner. All these things that even Bo Horvat talked about in the Spit and Chicklets podcast a couple weeks ago, the fact that Pettersson does things and is so competitive and gets so mad and gets so wired, and we love to hear that. That's why he's going to be a staple of our franchise for many years to come. So there we go, Canucks fans. Just kind of want to lay that out for you. I'll link to the interview below. I'd love for you to check it out. But yeah, nothing earth-shattering from a standpoint of what he said about on the ice, about his play. Just the fact that he gets mad when he hears people talk about how small he is. But more importantly, how much he wants to make a difference and leave a legacy, and is aware of his opportunity and his platform. That awareness and that empathy speaks volumes to me, and it makes me so proud that we have Elias Pettersson as our franchise centerman for hopefully many years to come. So Canucks fans, let me know what you think. I'll link to the tweet, like I link to the video, like I said, down below, and leave a comment below. I love to read, react, reply, as always. Subscribe if you like this video. If everything goes well, I shared it on my YouTube live stream last night. I'll be interviewing Lego Rocks tonight, Gio, and I'll post that Zoom chat up tomorrow morning. So something for you to look forward to tomorrow. But in the meantime, take a look at this article. Tell me what you think, and then react to this vlog. What do you think of Pettersson? What do you think of what he had to say? Does it surprise you or not? And do you agree with me that it just speaks volumes about his awareness, his empathy, and his integrity and his maturity? Leave a comment below. I'll read, react, and reply. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Stay healthy. God bless, and go Canucks go.